Well, it's fight day and it's Povetkin Whyte 2. And it's been in the back of my mind for a while about doing a video, and I thought, do you know what? I saw something. Normally the Padwork, you're never too sure about things, but Dillian Whyte in his career has never used his arms to strong arm a fighter or to control the posture of a fighter. Well, it could be different tonight. See, against Alexander Povetkin, the first time, Whyte was consistently moving to Povetkin's left side, which is his key hand. Povetkin is very cultured off that hand. He can go to the body, he can come up through the seam with the uppercut, whereas you've seen with the left hook in previous fights. But Dillian, in this pad session, I noticed he's predominantly moving clockwise. But something I've noticed in his career, he's never used his arms to control bar using his jab. Defensively, he'll take shots on the gloves. But watch this. He's using the wedge technique. Now, the wedge technique is something that Andre Ward, for instance, has used over his career, but it's more heavyweights that use this technique in modern day boxing. For more heavyweights that use this technique in modern day boxing to be able to catch shots. Now, you'll see here how Michael Hunter effectively dealt with Povetkin early on in the fight, how he used his lead glove and the forearm to control the position of Povetkin. As Povetkin dips, he would then step to him and use his forearm and stop him from gaining momentum and that velocity before shifting off and resetting. He has to be able to meet Povetkin and stop him getting that momentum to generate that velocity. He has to step in and then be able to maul him and control him. Or he's got to do what he's doing here and shift away from that left hand and be able to pick it off. However, the only concern I have is that he's still square of the torso and there is still a large seam through the middle of his guard. Remember, this is just pad work, but I do like what he's doing with the jab. I do like the little twitching and the movement of the head and the feet. He needs to make sure he keeps it long. Doesn't need to be in the mid-range. Yes, you had success there, but you can break Povetkin up over time and take him out from distance. He sits at range, Povetkin, but you'll see how Povetkin's throwing that left hook. Now, again, I stress it's only pad work, but there could be key things here that they're working on. So you see how Povetkin is throwing that long looping left hook, and then he's quickly shuffling his feet into range. So he's gone 1, 2, 3, 3, and then step to the side. I've noticed that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 3, and then it's step to the side. Step to his right, Dillian Whyte's left. And then he rolls underneath. And Chisora had great success in the first part of the rematch of rolling under. Until he lost his discipline, he had great success at rolling under Dillian Whyte's left hook. And Whyte is still throwing left hooks on the pads. I'm not sure if he's learned his lesson. I don't think he needs to hook with a hooker. I know he's got a good left hook of his own. I know he had success in the fight. But ultimately, he doesn't need to risk it. He doesn't need to risk it against Povetkin. For me, he needs to keep this fight as a long fight and keep his punches straight. I'll leave you with this. So you'll see Povetkin, how he's trying to be dynamic. He's trying to cover the distance by leaping in with that left hook. But watch how he goes to the padman's outside of his lead leg as he comes in here. So he'll come in off of a lead left hook. He then steps to the outside, big stride, and then he takes that outside angle, and look where he's going with that left hook on the inside of the seam. That could be something they're working on. Rather than going the opposite way as they did last time for the knockout, could it be that they know Whyte's going to move clockwise and they're going to try and cut him off and go through the seam?